If you've got an idea for your business, sooner or later you're going to have to pitch it to someone. I'm Alison Chadwick and I'm Talent Director for the AMV Group, which is the UK's largest marketing communications group. And as part of my role, I coach people in how to pitch effectively. And no matter who you're pitching your idea to, you need to be able to do it in a way that's simple, memorable and convincing. And that's where the elevator pitch comes in. An elevator pitch is a concise, practiced overview of your business idea, put in a way that is simple and memorable for the listener to understand. It's called an elevator pitch because the decision maker may only give you the time that it would take to get from the reception to the executive floor to pitch your idea to them, so you've got to get it out fast. So what makes a great elevator pitch? Well, probably the first and most important thing to remember is that this isn't a chance to say all the things you think are great about your product in a very short time. That's guaranteed to confuse, overwhelm, maybe even annoy the listener. What this is about is it's a chance to say the few most important things that are most likely to make the listener want to hear more, to make them see why your product, your business idea, your service, why you are worth investing in. And to do that, you need to do two key things. The first thing that you need to talk about is why is your product or idea needed? What is the problem that exists and for who that your product is there to solve? A couple of sentences just highlighting that problem and highlighting it in terms of the benefits and the results that your product will bring to solve it will ignite the interest of the listener in the potential value of your idea. The second thing you need to talk about is what is your unique selling proposition? In other words, what is it that your product or idea uniquely brings to the problem you've identified? This isn't about a long list of product features, as exciting as they may be. This is about the one or at most two key features that will particularly impact on the problem. It may be a unique innovation, it may be a personal credential of yours, but keep it simple and keep it short and keep it focused. If you can clearly express these two things, the problem and what your product or idea brings to the problem, in a way that your grandmother or your kids could understand, then you have the essence of your pitch. If you can't, then you may want to think again about the strength of your idea. Finally, if you want to make your elevator pitch as good as it can be, there are a few ground rules to remember. The first is keep it short. It's the ultimate example of less is more. The more you'll tell them, the less they'll remember. 30 seconds to 2 minutes should be the time span that you're thinking about. The second one is don't blind them with science. Your jargon and technical details are very familiar to you, but not to the listener, and you can quickly overwhelm or even bore them. The third ground rule would be balance humility with hype. If you don't believe in the value of what you're selling, how can you expect anyone else to? So don't hide your enthusiasm, be yourself, and be proud of your credentials. Having said that, no one loves a show-off, so try not to overpromise or overclaim in your desire to pitch persuasively. My final tip would be practice. Practice it out loud, practice it in writing, practice it until you can do it in your sleep, and check it with friends, the kinds of friends who aren't afraid to give you feedback. If you do all these things, you stand the best chance of making your elevator pitch concise and compelling, and making your business idea really stand out from the crowd.